Good evening, one and everyone, and welcome to Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 560. I'm your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here as always with suspenders set to maximum stun. Got a great show for you today. We're going to be picking back up with Alien Isolation. I know it's been a while, but when we finished Alien Isolation, there were a number of DLCs that we didn't have time to finish. I'm not sure what order they go in, and I'm not even sure if it's imperative that they go in a specific order, unlike some of the story-driven DLCs. I think from what I read, many of these DLCs for Alien Isolation kind of relive moments from the Alien movies, but in game form. So I don't think it's anything we've missed much. So we're going to be starting with True Expendable. Which one is it? Last Survivor. We're going to be starting with Last Survivor, which allows us to take on Ripley, the original Ripley, Mama Ripley. I think Ellen Ripley is her name. So we're going to be taking on the role of Ellen Ripley or any of the other number cast of characters. I believe we could use any of the crew members of the Nostromo to explore the Nostromo, but I think we'll probably be taking on Ellen just to maintain continuity between herself and her daughter, whom we played during the primary game. Anyway, good to have you on the program, everybody, on this wonderful Thursday evening. I hope you've enjoyed the videos that I've published so far this week. We've had a good time. We learned more about Nuka-Cola Cranberry. And we learned everything we ever wanted to possibly know about romancing Beckett. Which, they kind of made that as humorous as we wanted it to be. We could either have sincerely romanced the guy or had a lot of fun with it. So I hope you enjoyed that video. This weekend, I'm hard at work already working on some videos regarding Sophia Daguerre, I believe her name is. We had a fun time during the live streams getting to know that particular character, and now it's time to turn it into lore. And as always, I'm shooting a lot of pickup footage to capture some of the other dialogue options we had with Sophia. And, just to make it a much more interesting episode. For example, there's a bit more lore about the abandoned bunker that we find her in than I was able to cover in my initial lore video on the abandoned bunker. So we're going to be tackling some of that for the weekend. So look forward to Saturday and Sunday. We got a lot to look forward to. And then, of course, tomorrow, Friday, Red Dead Redemption 2. Some of the viewers have been sending me to-do lists of things that I need to get done before we say adieu to our favorite Arthur Morgan, which is, I'm honestly not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing tomorrow, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to say goodbye to Arthur. He's such a good character. So maybe I'll prolong that a bit by doing some of these side things before we continue with the primary plot. Anyway, so good to see all of the members and patrons in the chat today. Rachel, Weird Beard, No Name, DCFM Games, JZ, Kathy Robbins, Quintayu, Stina, Brian Dijikshum. Please forgive me if I mispronounced that. Grapple 201, 200 Angel, Josh Bunton, Jesse Spain, Zartu, Lane Berry, Megan M, Antonio Laurie, and Douglas Delegard with a super chat says, hello Oxhorn and all in chat. Hello, Douglas, my friend. Always good to see you back on the program. Adrian Parker says, thank you for keeping me entertained while finishing high school. Graduation is Sunday. Well, congratulations on finishing high school. I hope you have a wonderful graduation. I know with all of the social distancing that everybody has been getting up to recently, that many graduations have been canceled or moved virtual. And that can be a bit deflating for some people who have been spending 4, 5, 12 years waiting to get a degree. So I still hope you're able to enjoy it, and thanks for stopping by today. Stephen Ambrosio says, good evening, Ox. Good evening, Stephen. No Name says, as long as it doesn't end like the main game. The main game to Alien Isolation was, I don't know, I wish there had been something a little bit more definitive, but I've found in games like this, they don't like giving you definitive endings. They like them being open-ended so you can put in your own interpretation. But the ending to Alien Isolation was just particularly frustrating. But the game itself was still a lot of fun. Kid Flash says, what's your favorite video game ever? Fallout. Pick a game. They're all great. But I don't know. Red Dead Redemption 2 is right up there. Like, right up there. It's such a good game. Irvin Chadwick says, good evening, and may the shell of Colonia protect you and yours. May the shell of Colonia protect you and yours. That, sadly, is a reference that I can't relate to yet. Maybe sometime. John Bard says, hey, Oxhorn, do you know about Doom Eternal? Have 2 DLC gameplay. Well, we live streamed all of Doom Eternal when it came out. The week it came out, we practically finished the entire game. As for the DLCs, I'm not sure when they come out. I haven't been keeping up, but when they do, I certainly hope to cover them. Ryder Wheeler says, hey, Oxhorn, started the pit for the first time in a while. Did you ever encounter the problem with the roof up to the blast furnace? A clipping issue? No. I didn't. That doesn't ring a bell. So if it doesn't ring a bell, I probably didn't experience that issue. Though, then again, I was playing on the PC, so if I ever do get stuck, I always just toggle clipping to float away to get back to where I need to go. So maybe I don't remember it because I just used the console to get out of it. So sadly, I can't help you there. Braden Nearly with a tip says, hi. Hi there, Braden Nearly. Good to have you on the program. I kill you. It's over. Says, just giving a donation. You deserve it. Well, thank you, I kill you, it's over. I really appreciate the donation, and I promise it'll go to some worthwhile cause, like Scotch or cigars. Speaking of which, we have some 12-year-old Glenfiddich. Cheers, everybody. Bottoms up. Thanks for coming today. Jessica Sharp says, research shows 6 out of 7 dwarves aren't happy. I mean, only if we follow the Disney continuity, right? I mean, because the nursery rhyme existed long before Disney got their hands on it. And I promise you, the dwarves' names were not originally Sleepy, Dopey, Grumpy, Happy, whatever they were. They were probably something else. But yes, you're probably right. Nice dad joke. Thank you, Jessica. Braden Nearly with a sticker. Thank you, Braden Nearly. Philip G says, what are your thoughts and how do you feel with the upcoming 76 roadmap? I've decided to hang my hat and just watch you keep me up on the lore. Well, I'm having a lot of fun. So, for those who don't know, today was a cool day for Fallout 76. They released a Treasure Hunter Mole Miner event, and it's going to last a couple of days, and this is leading up to the Fascinaut Parade coming back later this month or sometime soon. And so I logged on today when I was shooting some footage for my Sophia Daguerre episodes that are coming up this weekend. And I participated in that. So the way it goes is you got to track down these treasure hunters, and as you get close, they emit a staticky radio frequency, and they've got a bell that kind of makes a cowbell noise. And that's supposed to be the bucket that they're carrying. All of these treasure hunting mole miners are carrying a bucket filled with loot. And we can hear them because there's the cowbell, which is really a bucket, and they've got the static, which I don't understand. But they don't appear on the radio, and they don't appear on the map, but they are often legendary, and if we find them, we can kill them and get a bucket that might have loot in it. And there are 3 tiers of buckets. There's the dirty bucket, which has common loot. There's the regular bucket, which has regular loot, and then there's like the epic bucket. Ornate, I think it's called the ornate or decorative bucket, which is supposed to have exceptional loot. I managed, in the 30 minutes that I went hunting for these guys, I managed to find 3 of them in the ash heap, and all 3 of them had the dirty buckets. And I wasn't about to sit down and farm for hours on end trying to get the ornate deluxe buckets when I've got lore videos to do. So I've got things to do. I've got work to do. I can't sit there killing mole miners all day. Now, that said, in the dirty buckets, I did get 2 really cool items that I didn't get before. I got the plans for a mounted squirrel, and I got the plans for a mounted possum. I say really cool. I mean, well, something I haven't gotten before. I'm probably not going to go mount a squirrel or a possum and stick them on my wall, but maybe someday I'll have an itch. And the only thing that scratches it is a mounted squirrel or possum. Figuratively, by the way, not a literal. I'm not going to be scratching myself with a mounted squirrel. That would just be weird. But this conversation has fallen off the rails. Anyhow, that was fun. As for the roadmap, I like the idea of seasons. Bethesda came out and clarified that the seasons are going to be free for people who already have Fallout 76. They didn't clarify as to what potentially might be included only for Fallout First players. So there is always that, and I'm not a Fallout First player, so I wouldn't gain access to it. But yeah, I'm glad that they're keeping up with updates and that the updates will continue to be free for people who bought the game. Chininator says, yes, I've missed the Alien Isolation days where Ox dies a lot and I get to wasted with my fellow Oxettes. Well, if you ever wanted to play the Scotch and Smoke Rings drinking game, now is the night for it. Because as you remember from Alien Isolation, well, I died a whole lot. So, yeah, keep those shot glasses ready and don't get too wasted. Just moderation is the key. Chris Breyer says, hey, what's up, Ox? Good to see ya. Not much, my friend. Having a good evening. Got a lot of work done today. Feeling productive. Hope things are going well with you. No Name says, what's Whitney Houston's favorite type of coordination? And I had to belt out a will always. How do you end that? Hand-eye coordination? And I. Yeah, but you don't know how to end it. Of course, you want to keep on going, don't you? No, thank you for that one, No Name. Oh, keep up those dad jokes. They never get old, guys. I'll read them all. Excited Itakoi, 525. Welcome, new member, Excited Itakoi. Good to have you on the program. What do you think of Fallout 76 Stupid Battle Pass, says Rookie 222. This is the first I've heard of it. 3 days ago, a season battle pass system. I'm going to have to read up on this. I don't know anything about it. I've been so busy with my own content schedule that I haven't been keeping up with the news. Yeah, I don't know any news about that. I'll have to read up on it and then answer your question later. The last I read was their roadmap, which they published a few days ago, which laid out the future of the game, but I don't know anything about a battle pass. Braden Nearly with a tip. Thank you, Braden, very much. Mattis Lacoste says, hello from Canada. Hello from Seattle. Hope everybody's staying safe up there and enjoying your milk in a bag, which is something I recently learned about, and I'm still fascinated. Qualapture says, hey, love your videos and will now enjoy this vid. Well, I do hope you enjoy this vid. I'm looking forward to this vid because I know that we've got a cool game coming up. And of course, I get to read all of your wonderful comments. Oscar Hernandez says, started playing Fallout 76 because of your videos. Well, I hope it inspired you and I hope you've been enjoying all of your gameplay since you started playing. Lots of cool things if you dig for them. Rachel says, 7 years of college later, it's now Dr. Rachel, your friendly neighborhood veterinarian. Can we get an impromptu commencement speech? Congratulations, Dr. Rachel. An impromptu speech. Oh, okay. I have to light something on fire for this. Oh, God. Hello, esteemed graduates of this veterinary school. It is I, a notable person Oxhorn, with a bowler hat and a beard. I am here to congratulate you on this day of commencement, the day you commence in becoming doctors of veterinary, and I hope that you have your claws in many healthy animals henceforth. Figuratively speaking, I don't really think you should dig your claws into animals, veterinary doctors. Becoming a doctor is not an easy thing. It doesn't even matter what that doctorate is in. Well, I suppose it does matter what that doctorate is in. But this doctorate, the one that you now have, I'm sure, took a lot of effort. And you deserve all accolades that go hand in hand with becoming a veterinarian, a doctor of veterinary, as they say. That is the parlance. Doctor of veterinarianism? A veterinarianist? Words of wisdom from someone like myself who has never become a doctor of anything, but likewise has thought of becoming a doctor in something and has high hopes of one day becoming a doctor in something, and regards highly those who have spent time becoming doctors in things in a wider range of disciplines. Words of encouragement and inspiration. The sun never sets on days you spend your time in joy and fulfillment. For those days shine forever. I totally didn't just pull that one out of my hat. If you live your lives in rewarding activities like saving the life of a 16-year-old cat that really would have died on its own in the wild and has no business being alive anymore, but is nevertheless in your clinic because a rich old widow just can't part with the cat. You know, you've got fulfillingness in your future with this veterinarianism, and saving that cat so that it can live the rest of its existence in a diaper is important. It's important work, and there are people who will love you for it. So, congratulations, veterinary people, for all of your hard work, and we hope your lives are not spent in cat diapers, but in more fulfilling and rewarding work. Remember, the sun never sets. Or something. Okay. We're good? We're good. All right. Yeah. Abraham Lincoln says, cheers, have a great stream. Thank you, Abraham Lincoln. Always get a chuckle whenever you come to the chat. Excited Koi says, hey, Oxhorn, in Broken Steel, you can take a Tesla coil with you without turning the power off if you're wearing a Deathclaw gauntlet. It also turns blue. Really? I didn't know that. I'll have to experiment with that in the future. Interesting tidbit. Thank you for that. Nobody of Consequence says, evening Ox, it's been a while since I could catch a live stream. I caught the end of Hellblade last week, and Illusion is one of my favorite songs. And I got demonetized for that. I've been fighting with the song copyright holder. I'm like, look, I'm playing a video game, and the song starts playing. I can't help it. I did my best to mute it. They demonetized me for that. But it was still worth it. I enjoyed the live stream, and at least we had some closure on Senua's story. Jay-Z says, Ox, so good to see you. Thanks to you, I became invested in Red Dead 2. With it coming to an end, any ideas of what's next? Will Fridays now be long IP days? Might I suggest Mass Effect? It'll take forever. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot that I'm thinking about. I mean, there's always Red Dead Redemption Online. I don't know if it's got story that we can follow. I don't know if it's worth it because it's an online game or if we'll get trolled, but there's that. We could try. But there are a lot of other storyline driven games that we could play. Mass Effect, maybe. I mean, I've got a laundry list. Like Deus Ex is another series that people are asking me to do. There's just a lot for me to tackle, and I haven't made a decision yet. Someday. Ox, there's an event going on in Fallout 76 right now, says Mark Eric Lane. Is that the buckets thing? Because I talked a little bit about the buckets earlier, and I did that. It was fun. Grievous Reborn says, another drinking game could be take a shot every time somebody tells a dad joke when you weren't playing a game where you die a lot and keep up the good work. Thanks. I will do my best, and the dad jokes, they just keep coming. Thankfully, none have been too inappropriate so far. And, if you play that drinking game, you're going to get drunk because I die a lot and there are a lot of dad jokes in this community. Louis Leshuga with a tip. Thank you very much, Louis. Rachel says, thanks, guys. This is a great speech. I hope it worked out. And congratulations, Rachel. Maybe you should just don't share that speech with anybody. They might not have the same sense of humor that you do. A terrible summer for Humpty Dumpty, but he had a great fall. Says Jessica Sharp. Thank you for that, Jessica. No Name says becoming a vet means plenty of butt thermometers. I mean, there are a number of reasons why I personally would never become a pet. I'm not criticizing a person's choice in choosing to spend 7 years for that life. But I do have a cat, and my cat's diet does not naturally express its anal glands. By the way, anal glands were not a phrase I thought I would ever say. But now owning a cat, I realized the need for a cat's anal glands to become expressed. And if you're a vet, that's your life. That's what you do, among other things. But, there are so many wonderful things that vets do. They save deers, like baby deer. I mean, who else would save a baby deer but a vet? And orphan ponies, right? As in that show, Orphan Ponies. Always a good cause. The vets are there for the orphaned ponies. Sad. But that's their calling, and it's noble. There's the butt thermometers and the anal glands. Yeah, but you know, orphaned ponies and wounded baby deer. It's just life. It's the circle. Christian Harris says, Ox, glad to finally catch your stream. Hope you're staying safe. You're the best lore channel out there. Always happy to see a video or stream by you. Thank you, my friend. I am staying safe, and I'm having a great time. Glad you made it today. And I'm just now getting to everybody enjoying the commencement address that I did earlier. So thank you for all the hearts and the thumbs up for that. Carlos says, do you think we'll ever get a Fallout game that takes place in Texas, from San Antonio to Houston and even out to oil rigs in the Gulf of Mexico? Maybe, but Fallout Brotherhood of Steel already took place in Texas, I believe. An easy game to miss. It came out for the PlayStation only, I believe, in the early 2000s. And it's widely regarded as the worst Fallout game ever made. So much so that Bethesda has said that the events of that game are highly not canonical. So, but would they revisit Texas? I guess we could ask in a future game. Maybe. I mean, Texas would be a wonderful place for a Fallout game. Laurie says, hey Oxhorn, are you looking forward to Hellblade 2? And what did you think of the intense trailer with Senua in it? I had the chant from it stuck in my head for days, lol. Think it'll be her taking revenge or something? I do. That's the vibe I got. I mean, we watched it at the very end of playing Senua's Sacrifice last week. We took some time to watch a short documentary explaining the ending after we watched the ending. And then we watched the trailer for Hellblade 2, and it's pretty brutal looking. It looks great. And my bet is that, you know, she put her demons to bed in Senua's Sacrifice. And what's the name going to be? Hellblade 2, Senua's Revenge? Senua's Retribution, maybe? I bet you she's taken the battle to the Norsemen. That's my bet there. But I have no idea. We'll see. Profound Chair says, I'm an assistant at an emergency pet hospital. Not many anal glands expressed, though. Fewer butt thermometers, too. Well, you know what? My perception of what happens at an animal hospital is clearly only informed by the things I've lived through. And the things I've lived through, sadly, have been having to take my cat to the vet to get his anal glands expressed. So I'm sure there's a colorful and varied amount of activities that vets have to go through. So, you know, major props to all of the vet hospital workers in this time. Mark Eric Lane says, hey, Oxhorn, do you remember Circumference, the fattest knight in Camelot? Well, he has a brother, but the poor guy can't sleep. His name is Circadian. Oh. God. Thank you for that one, Mark. Oh, that's new. That's a novel dad joke. Welcome addition to the collection. Douglas Delegard says, why can't a nose be 12 inches? Because then it would be a foot. There's just a stark difference between the width and thank you, Douglas Delegard. Ooh, that one just hurt my soul, though. But thank you. Skittles Gamer says, I watch your vids a lot, and you got a common voice and love watching your vids. And what's your favorite Fallout game and why? Well, thank you. I'm glad you made it to the program tonight, and I'm glad you continue to watch my vids. My favorite game, I just, when it comes to the Fallout games, it's like trying to choose your favorite child. You can't. You just can't. They're all great and wonderful in their own unique ways, and I love the stories in all of them. I love the gameplay in all of them. I really can't pick a favorite. They've all got wonderful things that make them unique and stand out in their own ways. No Name says, what did the drummer call his twin daughters? Anna 1, Anna 2. Thank you. Thank you, No Name. Sky257 Utagek says, hi, Ox from the UK. Try the game The Forest for size. Well, I know it's probably changed a lot, but I tried the game The Forest years ago. And it was compelling, but there were so many weird graphical things because I think it was built on Unity or something. I couldn't get very far. I kept dying to these creatures in the forest. I didn't get very far, but maybe it's worth a revisit. It's probably worth a revisit. Nobody of consequence says, I knew a guy who lived next door to a brothel. He always said, love thy neighbors. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. That's a guy who's really just taken the Bible literally there. Mattis Lacoste says, do you ever think you'll make a series on Fallout tactics? You make the best vids on Fallout. Maybe. It's on my agenda. I've even begun recording footage for it. But, I mean, that was a while ago. I've got some saved footage that I recorded. It's a very different kind of Fallout game. So I have to wrap my head around making it a lore series and having it make sense. Once I do that, yes, I'll knock it out of the ballpark. Candle After says, what's an introvert's favorite key on the keyboard? The space bar. Because introverts, they like space. Their own personal space. Oh, that's a good one. Jay-Z says, Ox, you take your cat to the vet to do what? Why? Well, it's just, they fill this anal sacs. They got it. Well, I know it's gross, but it's become part of my life now. Now, apparently in the wild, the cats, they eat things like baby squirrels and birds with big sharp beaks. And as those baby squirrel bits and big sharp beak bits are being digested, they are lumpy. And they're hard, right? Because of the bones of the beaks. And there are these sacs that are inside a cat's anus that produce a scent oil that the cat will rub on things to mark territory and so forth. And throughout the natural course of evacuation, all of those baby bird beaks and baby squirrel bones will be lumpy in their own wonderful way and brush against those oily sacs near the cat's anus and naturally express the fluid within. But when a cat is feeding on cat food and doesn't really crush and digest baby squirrel bones and baby bird beaks on a daily basis, there's much less tough matter that is naturally expressing the sacs near the anus. And so the sacs build up with a viscous sort of smelly fluid. And you know that your cat, it's about that time when he starts scooting around on the floor, scrubbing that anus on the hardwood floor. And so then you got to take him to the vet. And since it can't be expressed naturally, the vet's got to use tools to express it another way. To my knowledge, I haven't actually been there to watch the procedure. No, it's not on my to-do list. I have a bucket list. That's not on it. Jay-Z says, or no, that was Jay-Z. Buff Canuck says, great live stream. As always, love your channel. Thank you, Buff Canuck, for coming to the program today. Rob Colley says, finally got my gold bowler. Now, what do I need to do to get you to do Dying Light next? I'll even buy it for you on Steam. Here you go with a very generous tip. Thank you. Also, how do I get an autographed copy of your book? Well, man, first things first, congratulations on the gold bowler. Not an easy feat, my friend. You've been a member for a long time to be able to get that one, so thank you very much. Dying Light. Doom Messenger says, I just came here to watch Alien Isolation, but this has scarred me more, or scared me more. I mean, life is frightening, friends. Life is frightening. Dying Light. I mean, it looks like a good game. Just take a look at all of the images here. Maybe. I mean, once we finish Alien Isolation, the DLCs, maybe we'll tackle this. We'll see. As for the autographed copy of my book, I don't know. The funny thing is, when I first published my book, I got it accepted at a local bookshop. And so I sent them copies. And then I went to the bookshop and I signed those copies and put them back on the shelves and left. So somewhere out there are signed copies of my book. I have no idea where they're at, who bought them, or where they ended up. But I don't actually have a big shack filled with books that I can sign and send off. So I'm not sure how that would work. Like, I can't go to Amazon and sign it. So it's a complicated process. But who knows? Maybe if you ever catch me in person, like at a convention or something, I would be happy to sign it at that time. No Name says, I apologize for bringing up butts. Was it you or was it me? I think it might have been me this time. I think I may be the culprit in this one. I don't know who to blame. It's probably myself. Error 404 Gaming says, hi from my wife and me watching you on the TV. Cheers. Cheers back at you, Error 404 Gaming and wife. Good to have you on the program as always. No, Deus Ex, says Sean Prawley. Well, like which Deus Ex? Aren't there a bunch of them? Which one do I begin with? Do I start with the first one? Because it's really old. Or do I do the next one? Yeah, like the first Deus Ex is a year 2000 video game. Isn't this the one that Elon Musk is using as his Twitter profile avatar? Right now? Yeah, I mean, the setting looks really interesting, especially in light of Cyberpunk 2077 coming out soon. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've got tabs of all sorts of game suggestions right now. Eric Johnson says, very good game. Play it, old man. Oh, maybe. I've got some wonderful suggestions here. I'll have to rifle through them. Thomas says, do you have any lore that would show the lore of Dust is definitely not canonical? Do you have any lore that would show that the lore of Dust is not canonical? Or no, he actually said that the lore of Dust is definitely not conical. I'm assuming he meant canonical. Dust is not conical? I mean, dust is, it's like a speck. It's conical. Did you mean canonical? I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm having a very hard time parsing your comment. Do you mean like the game Dust? Is there a video game called Dust? I mean, yeah, there is a game called Dust, but it looks like it's very different from Fallout lore. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding the intent of that particular comment. I'm sure it'll get to me in a minute. None of your beeswax says, Ox, it's so great to be able to relax and enjoy the program. Troubles left outside and excited to settle into my easy chair for scotch and smoke rings. Thanks from Texas for the awesome content. Thank you from Seattle for joining me all the way from Texas. We're going to have a great show tonight. We're going to be playing some Alien Isolation. I can't wait to get back into the game. One last donation before I head out, says Mattis Lacoste. Cheers. Cheers, Mattis. Sorry you got to go, but thank you very much for the financial support, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Tony J says, I'm not kidding when I say I attended a stream lately and I had to ban the word fanny pack, but here we're cool bringing up bum glands all you like. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like, what stream would find the phrase fanny pack offensive? Because fanny packs were a thing. I mean, maybe they're taking the word fanny, or the phrase fanny pack, using it out of context. Like, walking up to a person, exercising, inappropriately saying, man, look at that fanny pack, or something like that. That would be rude. Maybe that could be censored. But fanny pack in the conventional sense, it's just an item of clothing. So I'm not sure. Look how much that fanny is packed would be better. Man, that's a packed fanny. I don't know. Well, we try to have a light hand. Moderation is a light touch here on the Oxhorn program. We ban the trolls, no nonsense, stuff like that, and any just vulgarity. But if you want to talk about fanny packs, or cat anal glands, apparently, have at it. Dust in Elysian Tale is a good platformer, says Profound Chair. That's what I got when I Googled Dust. I'm seeing Dust in Elysian Tale from 2012. Yeah, and it's a platformer, so it's very different from the kind of games I typically play. Though I'm sure it is, in its own right, a good game. Danger Jim says, Ox, not in the UK. Oh. Does the phrase fanny pack mean something crass in the UK? Was it along the lines that I was contemplating there? Like, how could it be offensive, though? Fanny pack. Hang on, everybody. I need to put on my sweatband and fanny pack. I mean, it's something you would hear from the 80s and 90s. It's just a typical part of American life. But okay, so in the UK, well, how does the phrase fanny pack come on? I don't even know, because I could understand it being rude if you're saying that you got to pack a fanny. Because there are things, I mean, that just conjures up all sorts of awful imagery. I don't even want to elaborate on that. But a fanny pack? Man, my mates and I, man, we had a great fanny pack last night. That doesn't really work well, does it? Oh, that conjures up too many awful ideas. So, yeah, I'll just leave that one alone. But thank you, Tony J. Tony J. Tony J says the streamer was from Britain, and they said there, fanny means the front part. Oh! Oh, really? Oh! I'm suddenly mortified because for the past 10 minutes I've been talking about it. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was an item of clothing. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Thomas D says Fallout New Vegas Dust. Is that a mod? Like a storyline driven mod? Fallout New Vegas Dust? I do eventually want to cover the storyline Fallout mods, but maybe after I've covered all of the canonical Fallout lore. Eventually, I'll put that on the back burner. No Name says, this summer I'll be wearing my socks and sandals and my fanny pack. Right, yeah, you little zip, you unzip it, put your wallet in there. You're looking good in your leg warmers, your sandals, your sweatband, and your fanny pack. It's just, things are much more innocent in my day. At least that's what I tell myself. Genius says, hey Ox, I've been watching your Fallout 76 live streams currently on launch day. Part 2, keep up the good work. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, the Fallout 76 streams were a lot of fun. The Wastelander streams were also a lot of fun. I hope you were able to check in with those. And much more lore videos to come. Welcome, new member Voter. Good to have you on the program, my friend. Oh, thanks for the laughs, Ox, says Tina. Well, I do my best. Jeez. I do my best. Where's my scotch? There it is. Bottoms up. We need it tonight. Anthony says sandals are thongs. Oh, that's a whole nother program right there. I don't think I want to dive into that territory. Let's just we'll tap the waters with our pinky toe, then back away. We're just backing away from that particular topic. Dust is a new Vegas mod. Crazy difficulty. It is a new Vegas mod. Oh, now I understand the context of the previous comment. From Thomas D. Do you have any lore that would show the lore of Dust is definitely not canonical? So by canonical, he did mean canonical. Okay, so Fallout New Vegas Dust. Well, so the thing is, anything made by a player is not canonical, right? The whole point of something being canonical is it's something that's canonical is a point of historical lore foundation that all players can build upon. We're playing role-playing games. We are taking on the role of another character, or we're putting ourselves in the wasteland, or we're creating our own story. But that story has to be set in a world not created or controlled by us. And that story has a canon. So anything made by a Fallout fan can't be part of that canon unless it is at a later time or simultaneously approved as being canon by the people who own the IP, the intellectual property. So as interesting as Dust or any other storyline-driven mod may be, it will never be canonical unless Bethesda, who currently owns the IP, comes out and says, yes, this is canonical. And that's very different from it being lore-friendly. You can make something lore-friendly that doesn't contradict with any of the established lore, and that's probably a better way to make a story-driven Fallout mod. But as lore-friendly as it is, it wouldn't be canonical unless Bethesda said that it's canonical. Mark Eric Lane says, true story, Sir's Comference and Cadian's mother is called Fanny Pack. Actually, it's Dame Fanny Pack to us noble people. I have a feeling this is just going to be the theme of the evening. Thank you, Mark. Kyle says, hey, Oxhorn, I ordered a Fallout magnet like 2 months ago and never got it. What should I do? Well, did you buy it from the official Bethesda store? If you did, you should reach out to their support team, or maybe reach out to their gear team on Twitter. I, at least, have found better success reaching out to the gear team on Twitter. But I also have purchased things from the Bethesda store that have yet to arrive, just because they're in back order or, they weren't going to be produced for a very long time. So it just might be the nature of the item that you bought. But yeah, I would reach out to Bethesda on that one. Duder says, what VR ring do you use when playing VR games? Or what VR rig do you use, he says. I use the Vive, the HTC Vive. I got it many years ago when Fallout 4 VR came out, and I live streamed that whole thing, which was a lot of fun. And I've upgraded it since then to play Half-Life Alyx and Wolfenstein Cyberpilot. And it's hanging on my wall now, ready to go, in case another wonderful VR experience comes out. Canned Laughter says, what happens when Bethesda comes out with a new game? They hit the cannon with a cannon. Oh, salty there. Oh, we're going to have some divisive comments now. Oh, Canned Laughter. Clan Hales Gaming says, how do I find weapons in Fallout 76? I can't find any except for going far. My recommendation, stick with the quests. Do the Wastelander quests at the very beginning because those are really fun. You whip through them pretty quickly, and by the time you're done, you're at a higher setting, or you're at a higher level that'll allow you to more easily go through the primary story. There are legendary quest rewards that you gain access to just by simply following the story. The story naturally places you in areas where you're going to find weapons that are level appropriate. So if you just leave Vault 76 and walk off in a direction, you're probably going to get lost and get into a too high level of an area. So just follow the primary story, the quests, and it'll take you exactly where you need to go. And eventually when you're done, you will have visited most locations. You will have gotten a lot of quest loot that's level appropriate. You'll have fought many legendary monsters, and you'll walk away with a good assortment of weapons. Jessica Sharp says, you missed my super chat. Oh, I'm so sorry. Jessica, let me see if I can scroll up and get that. There it is. Jessica says, there was a man who entered a local paper's pun contest. He sent in 10 different puns and hoped that at least one of the puns would win. Unfortunately, no pun intended. That was very elaborate. That was an elaborate setup for that joke. And those are the best. A nice elaborate setup with such a deflating ending right there. Jessica, well done. Thank you. Rachel says, has your final prop come in yet? Or have you ordered more last props? Oh, you want me to be honest? Yeah. Okay, so I just made another purchase today. Bethesda came out with a really cool limited edition metal engraving Nuka World plaque. It's on the Bethesda store, and I had to have it, so I bought it. Yeah, I know. I said I was done. I said I was done buying props. My office is full, but it's so cool. It's metal. And it's like laser engraved. It says Nuka World on it. I had to get it. So I got that. And then while I was there, I saw a tiny little Vault University statue. I had to get that. So I got that. And, you know, then I saw Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle opener. Well, I mean, you know. So, yeah, there are more props coming. As for the one final prop that I ordered years ago now that hasn't arrived yet, I'm still waiting. I'm told it's going to be coming out Q4 of this year, but they've delayed it twice so far. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, eventually, at this rate, I'll have to buy another house. I'll have to buy another house just to store all of my Fallout props. It'll just become a museum at some point. This is where I'm headed. This is what happened to that one Star Wars guy. Started collecting Star Wars paraphernalia as a kid in the 70s, but then the collection never stopped. He's got like a Star Wars museum now, so I hope I don't get to that point. We'll see. I don't save any of my packaging. And I did that deliberately because I don't want to get to that point. I don't save any of the packaging because I don't want the packaging to take up space in my house. And I don't want to... It's tempting to want to leave it in the packaging. It is. And sometimes a really nice thing will come. Like all of those cars on my shelf right there. They're beautiful. And you unwrap them and you take them out of the box. And they're so gorgeous you don't want to touch them. Because then you leave a fingerprint on it. It's just... it's pristine. But I want to avoid that because then you're not enjoying it. If it's not on your shelf, you're not enjoying it every day. So to prevent myself naturally gravitating towards putting it back on the box and storing it and then never taking it out and never enjoying it, I just got rid of the boxes. I am now forced to put it on my shelf and enjoy it every single day. It's tough love is what it is. I give myself tough love. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to see that in some sort of cancel Oxhorn video because that could be taken out of context. I didn't mean it that way. I meant, oh God. Buy a warehouse, says Jessica Sharp. I might have to. Nonab says, we're not going to see you on Hoarders, are we? I hope not. I think I'm all right. I'm taking mental steps to prepare or to prevent getting on Hoarders. Adrian Parker says to buy more Fallout props with a tip. Thank you. I will use that to either buy more Fallout props or, I don't know, join a program that helps people who keep buying too many Fallout props. Chicken Man says, hey Oxhorn, how's your day been going? Love your Alien Isolation streams. Watched part 1 and 2 again. Thanks very much. There is a part 3 of Alien Isolation, isn't there? I think I've got a couple different episodes up there. Well, this is going to be on the DLC, one of the DLCs for Alien Isolation. So we already beat the main game. We're now diving into the DLCs. That's the plan. Eric the Red says the next addition to the Oxhorn compound will be the Fallout study. No, what I need to do is make a Fallout shelter. I need to make a bunker in my backyard. It needs to be radiation proof and waterproof. And inside, it's just a museum. It's just a Fallout museum. Oh, I would have really hit the end of my tether if that's what I end up doing. But I mean, I've got the space now. I mean, if there was ever a time in my life to build a Fallout shelter. No, see, now I'm tempted. No, I got to stop. You know, it's really tempting. And I discovered this when I was doing research on... what's the name? It's the pyramid. And I'm going to see... Come on, it's at the tip of my tongue. Anyway, when I was doing research on that particular piece of architecture, I discovered that it wasn't invented, that there were really things like that the United States military built. I don't think it had missile silos. I don't think it had missiles. Yeah, the missile silos were in a different spot. Right. So in the game, the missile silos were part of the actual pyramid structure. But in reality, there was the pyramid that was just the entry point, and you go underground, and then the silos were in a field off to the right. And then there were the big intake towers, or the exhaust towers, which were really cool. But anyway, I found that, those are no longer used. The Sentinel site, says Tyler. Thank you. The Sentinel site. That's right. Anyway, those are no longer used by the U.S. military, so they've been decommissioning them and, trying to get rid of them. One recently sold for $1 million. And that's a lot of money, right? $1 million is a lot of money. But for a giant concrete pyramid in the middle of the desert? Cool. All you got to do is earn $1 million. I mean, it might take 20 years. Earn $1 million, buy a giant former nuclear silo made out of concrete in the middle of the desert. Man, wouldn't that be great? If I ever become a hermit, that's totally what I'm doing. If Oxhorn just disappears one day and I'm no longer on Twitter, you know where I've gone. I've gone to the Sentinel site, a giant concrete pyramid in the middle of the desert. And that's just where I'm living my life now. Happy with all of my little Fallout props. Oh, God. Wandering Paladin says, look forward to watching you play this, Ox. I got this on Alien Day last month and played it myself. Dying Light is fun, but didn't like the endings. Well, the endings of Alien Isolation have been controversial. So we'll see what the ending of this is like. And maybe we'll do, some of the other DLCs later. No Name says they've converted missile silos in houses and turned them into houses. Yeah. I mean, now's the time. They're the military. Well, now's not the time. Now's probably too late. The military has been decommissioning all of these former, pieces of the industrial complex and selling them to make a profit. And so all these people, rich people from the 90s and early thousands, are buying all these wonderful former military complexes and turning them into houses. I think it's a great idea. I wish I could do it. This keeps going out. Why? There we go. Jay-Z says, Ox, please do the bunker, make the door a vault door. I mean, that would be a lot of fun. Rachel says, Google Vivos Global Shelter Network. Tell me if their homepage looks familiar. Oh! Oh, no. Why did you have to show this to me? Global Shelter Network, the backup plan for humanity. Secure your space in a Vivos underground shelter to survive virtually any catastrophe. Now that I know this exists, I'm gonna have to get one. A Fallout shelter. A vault. I'm gonna have to build one. Someday. Voter says, what number would your backyard vault/museum be? I don't know. Are there Roman numerals for I know X is a Roman numeral for 10. Is there an O Roman numeral? They didn't have O's as part of the Roman numeral system, did they? I don't know, did they? Maybe that's the number. OX. Jessica says, my husband collects Legos. I'm glad they don't make Fallout-themed ones, or I would have to find a new place to live. Well, hopefully it'll never come to that. Hopefully he'll keep you around. Okay. Well, it's time. Let's get Alien Isolation up here. Robert says, make sure it's not airtight. I'll be careful if it ever comes to that. Up. There we go. All right, I'm excited for this. I hope you're excited too. Yay! Oh, the music for this game is so great. Extras. No. Play game? Alien Isolation, Crew Expendable, or Last Survivor. What did I say we were doing? Last Survivor? I did. Okay, so let's do Last Survivor. Novice, a thrilling experience, a great chance of survival. Easy for an increased chance of survival. Medium, still a challenge, but one you may survive. Hard, the recommended way to experience the game, challenging and terrifying. Or nightmare, the ultimate test of survival. What did I do last time, guys? Did I start on hard and then I had to put it down to medium because I couldn't get by? I think that might be what I did. Let's try it on hard. I'll try it on hard. And if it gets to be too bad, I can always put it back down to medium. Rookie says, lol, I have 4 shelves just for Halo Legos. Man, that's how you do it right there. Zartu says Roman numerals are IVXLCDM, so there's no O Roman numeral. Oh. So I couldn't do Ox and Roman numerals. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't know. I'll figure something out if I ever get to make my own Fallout shelter. Chininator says, Oxhorn, have you ever tried Crown Royal Vanilla? No, I tend to not like flavored alcoholic beverages, right? Like, every now and then I'll have a rum and Coke, but when it comes to just like straight alcohol, I don't like it to have a flavoring, like a sweetness. I don't know, a sweet alcohol, it's not part of my palate. This is nice and, it's not sweet, it's peaty. I like a good peaty Scotch. But I'll try anything once. Okay, here we go. Hard mode. Interface 2037, ready for inquiry. Evaluation of potential procedures. Oh.
We're gonna blow up the ship.
Chicken Man says, don't die too many times now, buddy.
Shuttle.
Thank you, Chicken Man.
We're gonna need coolant for the air support system. Parker, I powered up the shuttle. Have you got those coolant tanks ready?
We're doing it. You want to give us a hand down here?
Coolant. Oh, the film grain is on. That's messing up my FPS. Nope, I'm at 77. 79. Okay, that's right. Well, coolant. Okay, let's find coolant. Scrap. Take it. I don't like the film grain. Sorry, I got to turn that off. Film grain intensity. Yeah, let's turn that all the way off. Much better.
Where is she?
Chininator says, Ox, turn off the lights. Oh, right. Okay. I mean, it's getting close to summer. All right. Spooky.
Where the hell are you? Oh my God. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Lambert is gonna kill us! Lambert, for Christ's sake, get out of the way! Get out of the way, Lambert!
Parker? Lambert?
Lambert has a very unconvincing scream. Is this the original voice cast? Whoever plays Lambert was like, eh. Wandering Paladin says make medkits now while you have the chance. Okay. Alright, well, I don't have enough materials yet. Just trying to remember the controls. It's been quite a bit since I've played this game, so I'm trying to remember the controls here. What was that? I don't remember that from playing it earlier. That was a weird sort of distortion. Things are a bit jittery.
Lambert? Lambert! Parker!
Hello. Oh, it's locked. Can I unlock that now to give me access to it for later? Oh, where's that going? Oh, that's locked too. It's open. Hello. Oh.
Oh, shit.
So we could go that way. We could go that way. There was that one way we passed back here. What was down that way we passed back here? Okay, so that's locked. That needs a keypad. Parker's key card
I
required.
need a key card.
And this looks like a dead end. Locked. Still locked. Oh. Okay. Well, one.
Parker, I powered up the shuttle. Have you got those coolant tanks ready?
We're doing it. You want to give us a hand down here? Oh my God. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Lambert is gonna kill us! Lambert, for Christ's sake, get out of the way! Get out of the way, Lambert!
That Lambert
Lambert!
scream is so pitiful. I've got enough fuel for one burst. That's still locked. Why is that locked?
Lambert? Lambert! Parker! Oh, God. No.
Access engineering control to reverse the lockdown. Oh.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. Damn it, it's locked.
Oh! I didn't even see it in that room. I thought it was behind me, which is why I turned around. Doggone it. Ugh. I wish there was a save point.
Parker, I powered up the shuttle. Have you got those coolant tanks ready?
We're doing it. You want to give us a hand down here? Oh my God. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Lambert is going to kill us. Lambert, for Christ's sake, get out of the way. Get out of the way, Lambert.
Parker? Lambert?
It's the worst noise ever. Oh, that's right. This is a dead end. Wait, no, it goes around here.
Lambert? Lambert! Parker! Oh, God. No. Oh, God. Oh, shit.
I gotta go that way. do I even go? I found their bodies, but I haven't found the key card. These are all locked. I've got 8 fuel left. Remember to use the map. I can't. Wait, I can. Oh, thank you. Okay. Engineering control. I'm right here. How do I get to engineering control? Through this pipe, but the pipe is locked. See, this pipe would take me right there. How do I unlock that pipe? Is there any other way? No, that's blocked off. But there's a pipe over here. But that's the other pipe that's locked. So the only way I can get there is through 2 pipes or this door. So I either need to get the key code that opens that door, which I can find. Well, then what's all this? Oh, but that's locked. Oh, wait. Okay. No Name says the key card had enough of this and left. I wouldn't blame him. Sean says the Deus Ex collection on Steam sale, $10. Maybe I'll get it, but I've got an alien here. I can't use my motion tracker while in here? Did they change that? Usually I can use my motion tracker. Okay, there should be a door to the left, but that's locked. If I keep going, there's going to be a room to the left with a pipe. That's locked. That has the key code. Why can't I use the motion tracker in the locker? I could use it in the last game. Do I just gotta wait for the blip to happen so I know he's off the radar? Or she is off the radar? Because I can't see where they're at right now. Didn't you get the key card from Parker's body? Oh. Did I? I'll check. I'll take a drink too. It never does.
Parker, I powered up the shuttle. Have you got those coolant tanks ready?
We're doing it. You want to give us a hand down here? Oh my God. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Lambert is going to kill us. Lambert, for Christ's sake, get out of the way. Get out of the way, Lambert.
Parker?
That's so pathetic.
Lambert?
Oh, okay. Focus. Go around. If I get there fast, I can get there before he spawns. Oh, scrap.
Lambert? Lambert! Parker! Oh, God.
Keycard! You're right. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was looting. Okay. Fastest way, back the way we came.
Oh, shit. Please work. Thank you. Should do it.
There's something loose on the ship. This unknown organism. It came out of Kane. We just ejected his body out into space. I don't know how Ash missed this thing on the medical scans. It would have been visible. Anyway, he's putting together some sort of tracking device to help us catch it, and Brett and Parker are rigging up something to drive it toward the airlock. But this should never have happened. This is why we have quarantine regulations. For this reason. Anyway, Ripley, signing off.
Yes. Okay. Initiate Nostromo emergency destruct system. Pathway. This rounds to the room. I can either take the long way down here, which I don't want to do, or take the short way through there, which is right across the room where I found the key card. So we're back to where we were. Still no save point.
Come on, Ripley.
Away!
close.
At this rate, I'm not going to make it. I'm running out of fuel. Come on! Where'd the blast go? Where'd it go?
Keep it together.
Trying. What's that? Did I just find a glitch in the Matrix? Steve Malero with a tip says potato. I will take your tip to say potato. I think I just found a glitch in the Matrix.
So close.
Doggone it! I blasted it and everything. Kristen says, I planted a math tree the other day. The tree is normal, but it has square roots. Thanks for that.
That should do it.
Oh, it saved me here. Yay! very, very loud. That's a very loud door. Holy cow, that's loud. Now, what's my quest objective? I'm in the landing bay. I need to initiate the Nostromo emergency destruct system. Oh, how do I do that? Oh, I gotta go south and then through another ventilation system here. Officially out of flamethrower fuel. No Name says get the WD-40. I hope that would help. If only I could get it. Okay, so I could get there through electrical engineering, and that would save me going through that long corridor. Plus, I think there would probably be plenty of places to hide in those little rooms. Oh, but that's actually open to the left. I'm going to go through electrical engineering.
So close.
Okay, so that puts me out back in the hallway, but then I can go south. I can go south through that room. But I can't look at my motion tracker. Okay, so I'm in this room. I go east, through a door, up one room, back to the hallway. It's the long route, but I have places to hide here. But then that means I've got to go through this long corridor with no vents, no places to hide, up until I get up here. Oh my God.
Safely, more or less. We're still blind on PN, CTEX, and the reserve power's out. But the ship's in okay shape. For the record, Dallas made the call to leave before we took this
So close.
King's awake now, but because of all this Squatch crap, we're 10 months out of Solo. No way am I settling for a half share. Keep that in your lungs. Parker out.
I had to listen to the lore, but it brought him closer. You're kidding. You're kidding. Why? figured I'd try. It was right there next to the vent. Thought I might run. No. Okay. No running. No running. Fine. No running. That's where it was. I was in the wrong one. Could have made it, but I went to the wrong side. I have my flamethrower fuel. Try the straight path.
So close.
Quiet, Ripley.
Come on, Ripley.
For crying out loud. Okay, try one more time on hard mode. One more time on hard mode. Okay. So this is the room that I hid in. What's over here, I wonder? I'm gonna get punished for exploring.
So close.
play that, it's gonna come. But I've only got 10 flamethrower fuel left. Okay. That's the way I need to go. Flamethrower fuel, please. Please, 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 please. Oh, a hatch! Yes! Yes!
So close.
Which way? Oh, okay. So these go into this main room. I just need to get up there. So I'll turn right. Is there a hatch up? No. No, there's not. Shoot. I was up against the wall. I was up against the wall. How did it even get me? Okay, options. Game. Difficulty? Yes. Not novice. Medium at least. My pride can't go lower than medium. Kingslayer says, "Hey, Ox, so I just watched the Oxhorn gives himself tough love vid lol. Don't worry, Ox. Haters gonna hate. Love ya. No worries, my friend. Tough love is the best love." Oh, dead end. Shoot. There it was.
So close.
No Name says there's never any shame in easy mode. I'm gonna resist that as long as I can. Pipe's gonna explode to the right. He's back in the hallway.
Come on, Ripley.
Did he go up or down? Was that him coming down or going up? I think he went up. Long corridor. Oh no. Just pretend you didn't see me. I wasn't there. You're imagining it, alien. Pretend you didn't see me. He didn't see me. Cool.
So close.
Shall we try skipping the vents just to see what happens? Because that's it to the right. I think the vents might have actually made it more difficult. Okay, so through the door, down the hallway, room in front. Where's the door? It's not here. Gotta be down here. No. It's the other way. Dang it. Dang it. Yes, yes. Self-destruct. I'm here. No, it's right there. Do we risk it?
Warrant officer's log. Due to a much depleted crew, the Nostromo's warrant officer is in the process of collating with Mother. There is a somewhat high probability of her discovering Special Order 937. I'm containing the incident. The organism is deadly, and it's entirely likely that, whatever the outcome, its safe procurement and analysis is assured. Ash signing off.
Okay, that's the hatch. Please release the self-destruct lock. Where's the lock? Oh, no. No, more.
Together.
Yes. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Oh no. This alien breathing my neck. I remember this animation from the main game.
Okay, this is it.
One more, come on. One more.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is...
Escape on the Narcissus? Ah! I've got to go all the way back there. Fine.
now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 5 minutes.
Okay, I can do this. You, my lucky star. You are my lucky lucky you.
Danger. Emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus.
Down.
Minutes.
Stop. Lucky. 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 You are my lucky.
Oh, no alien that entire run. I ran all the way back. No alien.
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew, Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas, are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off. I'll see you soon, Amanda. Be a good girl. I love you.
Russian Chicken says lucky. Yeah, I probably got really lucky. That's it. That's that entire DLC. We got time. Crew expendable? Let's try hard. I'll regret it later. But let's regret it later.
Whatever it was big and...
You sure took him into the airship?
Disappeared into one of the cooling ducts.
My question is, it's using the air ducts to move around.
You know, the primary air shaft may work to our advantage. We can lead it through, down to the main airlock.
Who gets to go into the vent?
Ripley. Well, let's see. Who do we have access to? Parker? Dallas? Or Ripley? That's it.
I'll do it.
Ripley, you lead it into the primary air shaft. We trap it on the lower deck. Then Ash opens the airlock. Lock down the maintenance hatches where Parker, Lambert, and me are tracking it on the way. Let's do it, people.
Collect equipment. That's what I'm good at. I'm a Fallout player. I can loot. Who's coughing? Oh, I see. I have to go to specific portions to collect equipment. Let's get the optional first. Never know what you might need.
Nostromo has landed on the surface of the planetoid the acoustical beacon is transmitting from. Dallas, Kane, and Lambert are making preparations to approach the beacon on foot. Surface structure is basalt, with traces of rhyolite and probable lava overlays. Atmosphere, inert nitrogen, a little oxygen, and high levels of free CO2. Pressure reads at 10 to the 4th dynes per centimeter. Quite the storm raging out there.
Can't go down yet. Superboss Giovanni says, hey, this is an idea I've had kicking around in my head. Do you think it's possible that the unnamed soldier you play as in OA in Fallout 3 could be Nate? Operation Anchorage in Fallout 3 could be Nate? Maybe, but I think they would tell us a bit more because the agent in Operation Anchorage had a bad experience. Like he got plane wrecked, and was Nate even in Anchorage? You'd think they would hint at it. Plus, we have to remember...
You might want to look around before you go on. The specimen seems extremely adaptable.
Plus, we have to remember that the entire Operation Anchorage simulation was an invention by General... what's his name? General... I forget. He fudged the details, basically. So if anything, the main agent you play as in the simulation is probably his own character that he created. Lord Otfo says, wasn't that implied in the intro? It was implied and confirmed in the gameplay that he was a military soldier, but did he serve in Anchorage? Like, did he go to Anchorage? I don't think we really know. Hey. Constantine Chase was his name, says Jason. Yeah, I think you're right. That rings a bell. Okay, General Constantine Chase. Ooh, flare. All right, let's seal the hatch. We need to go all the way back to seal the hatch. What's in this room over here? Let's find out real quick. Hey, Ox, was just watching your Fallout 3 vids, says Angel Spartanus. Thank you, Angel Spartanus. I appreciate it. Lots of wonderful Fallout 3 vids.
We got an unexpected wake-up call. Yellow light. I spoke to Mother, and she's picked up a distress call, a repeating acoustical beacon from a nearby planetoid. Doesn't sound like any radio signal I've heard. As the suit's listing no, company rules say we check it out. Now I've got to go tell the crew. They already know something's up. Tell us out.
An acoustical beacon. Presumably of alien origin, but exactly what? Man, I want to watch the Alien movies. I wish I could live stream the Alien movies and just have sit back with some popcorn with all of you guys and watch the Alien movies on YouTube. That'd be great. Crew members, that's right. I've got living crew up here. Freaked out for a minute there. Heard the blip.
The security system has shut a number of doors, so you'll need to gather equipment en route. Mother isn't really helping the situation, unfortunately.
Mother? The AI, I'm assuming? Here we go. To deck B.
Good luck. I'm closing the hatch behind you.
So jittery. Sure. I don't remember it being like that. Oh my. We've got a server room. That's hatch 00B. That's hatch 00B2. So we need to go north. I have to seal both hatches. Oh, okay.
time. Shut off my side of the system. I'm a sitting duck here.
You're safe now, Lambert. Just sit tight. It'll be over soon.
Good luck, Lambert. She's fine. She's a survivor. This music is not helping. I love the music, don't get me wrong, but it's not helping. Okay, so we need to go south down here to B1. Same way we went. How about that? Tread known ground. Or not. Bad move. Bad move. Oh, bad call. That was a bad call. I don't like this. Mommy! Table, look at her hiding at the table. Scotch! Scotch! We're okay. South. Just talk on alien. God. And we are back on hard mode, right? Still has B2. Oh, we're back here. Okay, let's do B2 first. How about that? Just get that done. Oh, why am I doing this to myself? That's where I need to go. That's where I need to go. Laurie says this is why Nightmare is so fun, Ox. Don't you want to do it yet, Law? No. No, I'm really good. I'm good on hard. Superboss says, what's your favorite roleplay mod for Fallout 4? Oh man, that's like not what I'm thinking about right now. Roleplay mods for Fallout 4? The Minutemen take Nuka World. That's my favorite roleplay mod for Fallout 4. Okay. And so. There we go. And so. Oh, geez, you guys didn't see that?
Close it down. This plan is crazy. Some kind of suicide.
It's the only plan we've got, Parker. If you've got a better one, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing. They're not giving me anything. Okay, going up, that'll put me at the end of the hallway. Then I can cut through the server room to go back all the way up to hatch B2. Okay. I zapped it. Good. Why? I zapped it twice. Okay. Seal hatch B2. Seal hatch B1. Seal hatch B2. Okay. No Name says I miss the Working Joes. At this point, I do too. You could at least kill the Working Joes.
She took your time. Set up my side of the system. I'm a sitting duck here.
You're safe now, Lemon. Just sit tight. It'll be over soon.
One down. No! Yes. I get one. I get one. I got halfway to the second one. Oh! Why?
Close it down. This plan is crazy. Some kind of suicide.
It's the only plan we've got, Parker. If you've got a better one, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding me. I waited too late. For a moment, I thought, you know what? I can back around the corner. For a moment, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get out of his vision. But no. That's right. I'm on hard mode. No. No.
Close it down. This plan is crazy. Some kind of suicide.
It's the only plan we've got, Parker. If you've got a better one, I'd like to hear it.
I live. How did I live? I live. Oh my God. How did I live? He knocked me down. I lived. Okay. All right. One down. Alien scared. B2. How did I live? Okay. Got my lucky stars just yet. Just keep crawling. These little bites. Okay. Around the corner. Up past the ladder. Slime. Just the slime from above. Just the slime. I didn't see the slime. I missed it.
Close it down. This plan is crazy. Some kind of suicide.
It's the only plan we've got, Parker. If you've got a better one, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Halfway there. I did it. Oh, I got it.
You took your time. Shut up my side of the system. I'm a sitting duck here.
You're safe now, remember. Just sit tight.
Get to the
It'll be
landing.
over soon.
Vexilden Gaming says, Hacks, is there guilds or clans in Fallout 76? Not to my knowledge. Douglas Delegard says, if I was playing the drinking game, I'd be drunk by now. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, hopefully it saved my progress after that. Oh, I gotta go to the landing bay. Best way. Through the pipe, through the room, down into the server room, and then right into the landing bay. have to be careful with the scanner because he can hear the noise. $38 left. 38. And I'm going the wrong way. Dang it. Please don't make me do the two things again. Please. Vaxilden Gaming says, oh, I gotta seal both the hatches again. What about ways to let friends use your base without being in the group? Anybody in the game can use your base without being in your group. Sebastian says, please don't crash Buell into anything. Say sorry or punch him in the face and then say sorry again. You're giving off mixed signals. Well, that I'll admit to readily.
Close it down. This plan is crazy. Some kind of suicide.
It's the only plan we've got, Parker. If you've got a better one, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah. Two of them.
Shut up my side of the system. I'm a sitting duck here.
You're safe now, Lambert. Just sit tight. It'll be over soon.
Oh, slime. Slime. Oh no, slime. Crap. Slime's gone. Gosh, that's right where I need to go. Seal hatch B4. Seal hatch B4. Where's hatch B4? Oh, all the way down there. Please save here. I hope it saves me here. I don't want to have to go through all of that again. Ah, okay. South to hatch B4. And then what? Hatch B5? That'll be at the top. Whoa. Fastest ways through the tunnel. Do I risk it? That puts me out right at the hatch. That's what I have to do. Somehow I lived, but I'm out of flamer fuel. Ken Clive says it's the Vault reactor. It feels like one. This puts me out right at the hatch.
Good to see you, Ripley. By rights, it should have been me going in there.
It was my choice, Dallas. Let's get this done.
One more to go.
I'm through to the aft decks.
Right. Find the primary air shaft system and lead the creature down to the deck below. I can connect to the airlock system through my terminal.
Okay. Lead alien into primary air shafts. It's a straight shot north. But that's a lot of room for a couple of aliens. What if it doesn't save here and I have to go through all of that again? I need more flamer fuel. What did I do? There's no flamethrower fuel. And it's right on the other side of that door. Move! They're both right there. Heal, Ox. I don't have any med kits. I can't heal. I'm gonna have to go all the way around. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. I saw space for a moment. It's right in front of me. Oh, but because of this glitch, I can see the alien. You see that? There's the alien. There he is, and he's coming towards us. Where does it put me? Please not at B1 and B2. Whoa! This is a long loading sequence. Uh-oh. He could see you too, says Claude Biggs. Do you think that's what it was? Maybe it was. Uh-oh, infinite load. Uh-oh. Oh! Seal hatch B4! Yes! Okay. I just gotta go south. Got flamer fuel back. 44.
Good to see you, Ripley. By rights, it should have been me going in there.
It was my choice, Dallas. Let's get this done. Okay. I'm through to the aft decks.
Right. Find the primary airshaft system and lead the creature down to the deck below. I can connect to the airlock systems from my terminal.
Okay. 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 I'm on hard, and I'm still on hard, and I'm like halfway done. I can do this. I don't know why this long loading screen, though, now that we've gotten halfway through this mission. No Name says, so about easy mode.
Good to see you, Ripley. By rights, it should have been me going in there.
It was my choice, Dallas. Let's get this done. I'm through to the aft decks.
Right. Find the primary air shaft system and lead the creature down to the deck below. I can connect to the airlock systems from my terminal.
I think Ox secretly likes dying, says Douglas Delegard. Yeah, that's it. That's the secret to this entire stream. I enjoy this. I mean, I am having fun. Okay. Doggone it. Yes, flamethrower fuel.
At the primary shaft. Wish me luck.
Oh, okay. That's all it took. A blast from the flamethrower and run through. You would have known.
We're in position. I'm just trying to get a reading here. Hold on a second. I think I got it. Yes, it's in there with you.
Oh, no. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. Primary air shaft. Lead alien into primary air shafts. Oh, no. Okay.
Where is it, Lambert?
Right around there. You're going to have to be careful.
It's just running around. How do I even avoid that? It's somewhere in there with you, she says.
We're in position. I'm just trying to get...
Okay, instead of getting creative, what's the most direct route? Right? Left. Left, right.
A reading here. Hold on a second. I think I got it. Yes, it's in there with you. All right, I got a reading on you now.
Where is it, Lambert?
Right around there. You're gonna have to be careful. Left. That's it.
I'm at the primary shaft. Wish me luck.
We're in position. I'm just trying to get a reading here. Hold on a second. I think I got it. Yes, it's in there with you. All right, I got a reading on you now. Go right. Straight on. Right around there. You're gonna have to be careful. Straight on. Okay, that's it.
It was right in front of me and I didn't even see it. Shannon says every time Ox dies, he has to buy a Fallout prop.
Wish me luck.
Yeah, well then I'll fill a bunker.
We're in position. I'm just trying to get a reading here. Hold on a second. I think I got it. Yes, it's in there with you. All right, I got a reading on you now. Go right.
I need more than that.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Right around there. You're gonna have to be careful.
I zapped it as soon as I saw it. At least I know where it's coming from now. Like that's the third time I've died in that same spot. I know he's gonna be there.
I'm at the primary shaft. Wish me luck.
We're in position. I'm just trying to get a reading here. Hold on a second. I think I got it. Yes, it's in there with you. All right, I got a reading on you now.
I need more than that.
Right around there. You're gonna have to be careful. You're doing good. Just keep going. Straight on. That's it. Left. Go right. Go right.
Of course, I dropped down right on top of it. Of course, I dropped down right on top of it. Okay. Connect Ash to airlock system. Closest door is immediately to my left, behind me. And it's locked. Okay. New plan. Go straight and around.
It's here, okay? It's up to you now.
I'd find somewhere to hide. The outer airlock will take a while to open.
Evade the alien? That's it? Just evade the alien? Sure. Yeah, I can do that. This room has lots of nice boxes.
Airlock is primed. Wait for it to enter the outer airlock chamber and be ready to close it in.
Welcome, new member, Rexenol. Thank you, Rexenol, for joining at just that moment. Oh, of course it does. Puts me right back here. Hey, wait. Out. I fired. Hey, out. Oh, that's the room I'm hiding in. Okay, where are we going? That's right, round. Nope, dead end. Right. Okay. So there's really only one room where I can hide. Is there anywhere in here where I can hide? No. Okay.
Ash, I've connected you to the airlock systems. Look, it's here, okay? It's up to you now.
What happens if I just hide on the other side of this table?
Find somewhere to hide.
What if I just crouch here? Evade the alien. I know he can't get in there. That door is locked. So, let's listen to a holotape.
This is Ash, science officer of the Nostromo. This is an official record in the ship's log of my actions today. A member of the crew was compromised by an unknown creature. I made the decision to allow him back on board without following established quarantine procedure. Looking at the presentation, I feel comfortable with this decision. It was a risk I was willing to take. I will abide by whatever the captain decides upon my return. Airlock is primed. Wait for it to enter the outer airlock chamber and be ready to close it in.
Okay, wait until alien enters airlock. I gotta get there first.
It's moving in the right direction. Happening here.
He's in the airlock now. Why couldn't I access it? He was in the airlock. Or is that the airlock? It's got to go in there.
outer airlock, but it'll take time. Find somewhere to hide.
Dang it, not enough. Okay, so I have to wait until the door opens. Then he unlocks the door. Then I go into the door. Whoop.
Ash, I've connected you to the airlock systems. Look, it's here, okay? It's up to you now.
Find somewhere to hide while the outer airlock opens.
Okay, so I hide here for the airlock to open. The airlock opens, I go inside, and then I hide in there until the alien goes into the airlock. Then I press the switch, but I don't know why that didn't work last time. Oh, that doesn't help. Close radio menu. Stun weapon, next weapon. I'm trying to figure out how to throw flares. Select flashlight. Next weapon, previous weapon. How do I choose flare?
The airlock is primed. Wait for it to enter the outer airlock chamber and be ready to close it in. Something strange happening here.
Nope. I'm trying to throw a flare in there to lure him in there, but he's just not leaving me alone long enough to do that.
Ash, I've connected you to the airlock systems. Look, it's here, okay? It's up to you now.
I'd find somewhere to hide. The outer airlock will take a while to open. Airlock is primed. Wait for it to enter the outer airlock chamber and be ready to close it in. Direction.
Okay. Lit flare in the airlock. I'm hiding.
Something strange happening here.
Yes! No! What?
It was worth a try. We're going to have to think of something new.
How did I live?
Bring back life form. Priority 1. All other priorities rescinded. You can't. You still don't understand what you're dealing with, do you? Perfect organism. Its structural perfection is matched only by its hostility. I admire its purity. A survivor. Unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality. Last word. I can't lie to you about your chances, but you have my sympathies.
Is that it? I think that's it. Did we just beat the DLC? Okay, I think we did it. Is there anything else? Crew expendable, last survivor. There's survivor mode, but those are just survivor mode challenges. The basement ransom. Oh. Lingard survivor mode. All right, I don't think I want to do survivor mode. I think you know what? We'll call it. I beat 1 on medium. I beat 1 on hard. How many times did I end up dying? 24. Is that the final count? Says canned laughter and 200 angel 24. Well, we got there in the end. I hope you're not plastered. I still have some scotch left, but I did go through 1.5 cigars. But you know what? I have a live stream in the morning. 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. That's exactly 12 hours from now. That gives me 12 hours to wind down, get some sleep, wake up, get some coffee, and meet you back here for Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. I've got a laundry list of things I want to do before we do what I think is the final quest in the game. And so we're going to have fun doing that for about 2 hours. And then I think we'll use the final 2 hours to really knock out those last few quests in the game. So, thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you don't have nightmares like I inevitably will have. And that you rest well, and that you arrive tomorrow morning rested for some Red Dead. Thanks again for coming. I really appreciate it. Stay safe in this crazy, crazy time. And I'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early with Red Dead Redemption 2. Bye-bye now.